The Alola region, the 7th region introduced in the Pokemon franchise. It has released a total of 88 different Pokemons, but out of all of them, which of them is the strongest? So here we go, calculating the greatest Alolan Pokemon. The scores Pokemon will receive will depend on the following factors.
First is their base stat. Their stats will be split into the following categories: bulk, which will be the Pokemon's defensive stat plus their HP, and offense, which will be the higher one of their offensive stat multiplied by 2 plus their speed stat. The category that gets the higher score will be their build score. They will also get a score equal to half of their other build and classify whether they are a tank or a sweeper. If the score between the two are between 10, the Pokemon will be classified as hybrid. Sweepers will be further subcategorized into physical sweeper and special sweeper. However, subcategorized sweepers moveset will only contain moves compatible with their subcategories. Next is their typing, which will be their typing score times 6. After that is their moveset. Each Pokemon will have the following moveset, and the score of each moves will be based on the move's base power, multiplied by 1.5 if it is stab, multiplied by its accuracy, and plus or minus any secondary effects. The two most common secondary effects are applying status condition or causing stat changes. Pokemon will gain additional points equal to half of the chances of applying status conditions, or change by 25 for each stage the move increase/decrease a stat. The final factor is Pokemon's abilities. Abilities will only be factored into the Pokemon score if Pokemon's abilities are certain, guaranteed, and quantifiable, unless otherwise stated. Hopefully you understood that. This is how the full formula looks like. Let's just start.
Yeah, to save time as usual, and to speed things up, only a Pokemon's final form will be calculated. Also, won't be going into depth of a Pokemon scoring until the top 10, because nobody wants to hear all of this. And final thing is, Pokemons are more likely to rank higher if they excel in a singular stat, such as HP, speed, or one of their attacking stats. As usual, items aren't included while making this list, and just know, I don't really choose where the Pokemon ranks, I just choose the formula used to rank them. In 10th is Tapu Koko. Its stat split will classified as a physical sweeper and have a build score of 425, with his other build being 265. Tapu Koko has a typing of Electric and Fairy to give her a typing score of 8.5, and will have the moveset of Spark, Dazzling Gleam, Iron Head, and Protect, for an average move score of 94, and a final score of 703. In 9th is Nihilego. Its stat split will classify as a special sweeper and have a build score of 408.5, with his other build being 341.5. Nihilego has a typing of Poison and Rock to give her a typing score of 2.5, and will have the moveset of Power Gem, Sludge Bomb, Thunderbolt, and Toxic, for an average move score of 110 and a final score of 704. In 8th is Magearna. Its stat split will classify as a hybrid and have a build score of 357.5, with its other build being 350. Magearna has the typing of Steel and Fairy to give her a typing score of 13 and will have the moveset of Fleur Cannon, Flash Cannon, Psychic, and Protect, for an average move score of 97 and a final score of 708. In 7th is Formosa. Its stat split will classify as a sweeper and have a build score of 500.5, with its other build being 180.5. Formosa has a typing of Bug and Fighting to get a typing score of 1.5 and will have the moveset of Lunge, Close Combat, Poison Jab, and Quiver Dance, for an average move score of 111 and a final score of 711. In 6th is Blacephalon. Its stat split will classify as a special sweeper and have a build score of 462.5, with its other build being 211.5. Blacephalon has a typing of Fire and Ghost to give her a typing score of 7 and will have the moveset of Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, Psychic, and Calm Mind, for an average move score of 102 and a final score of 712. In 5th is Marshadow. Its stat split will classify as a physical sweeper and have a build score of 437.5, with its other build being 305. Marshadow has a typing of Ghost and Fighting to give her a typing score of 8 and will have the moveset of Spectral Thief, Drain Punch, Poison Jab, and Bulk Up, for an average move score of 104 and a final score of 742. In 4th is Lunala. Its stat split will classify as a special sweeper and have a build score of 419.5, with its other build being 401.5. Lunala has the typing of Ghost and Psychic for a typing score of -1 and will have the moveset of Moongeist Beam, Psychic, Thunderbolt, and Calm Mind, for an average move score of 108 and getting an additional 25 points due to the ability Shadow Shield, for a final score of 747. In 3rd is Melmetal. Its stat split will classified as a tank and have a build score of 410.5, with its other build being 337.5. Melmetal has the typing of Mono Steel to give her a typing score of 9 and will have the moveset of Double Iron Bash, Earthquake, Dynamic Punch, and Protect, for an average move score of 119 and a final score of 752. In 2nd place is Solgaleo. Its stat split will classified as a physical sweeper and have a build score of 419.5, with his other build being 401.5. Solgaleo has a typing of Psychic and Steel to give it a typing score of 6, and all the moves have Sun, Steel, Strike, Psychic Fangs, Earthquake, and Protect for an average move score of 109, and get an additional 10 points due to the ability Full Metal Body, and end up with a final score of 775. In first place in the best calculated Pokemon of the Alola region is Kartana. His stats will classified as a physical sweeper and have a build score of 525.5, with his other build being 250.5. Kartana has the typing of Steel and Grass to give it a typing score of 7, and all the moves have Leaf Blade, Smart Strike, Sacred Sword, and Swords Dance for an average move score of 101, and a final score of 794. Yeah, so here's a graph of how the top 10 Alolan Pokemon based on scoring would look like compared to each other. Just know items and abilities aren't taken into account for these scorings unless said abilities are guaranteed to happen. But as all you know, all the Ultra Beasts have the same ability in Beast Boost, and Necrozma has multiple forms. So this is how the top 10 would look like based on alternative forms and one stack of Beast Boost, with Kartana taking the first and third slot due to its high speed and attack stat, and Ultra Necrozma taking the second place spot. Yeah, what would you guys give this ranking out of 10? Me personally, I think Kartana might be a bit overrated with these calculations, but it is what it is, and yeah, that's about it.